you guys, it's Anne-Marie. Happy Saging of the Soul Sunday. We came back to the same place that we were at yesterday because it was so intense yesterday. On a good, like, I've never experienced that ever in my life. It was so intense though that I literally went home, ate some food, and passed the fuck out until about 8 o'clock at night. And I was spent because of downloads, and it was just amazing. So I wanted to come back here today because the message I got yesterday was today is for me just to absorb it. So yesterday was me just absorbing everything. I did some video clips for future music videos or whatever, but you know, I didn't do any messages even though I was getting crazy downloads. So I'm about to share a few quick things with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Excuse me. I don't believe that they're all related. And if it all seems kooky and out of whack to you when you hear it, it's not for you, obviously, because those who this needs to reach, I know it will reach. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and let it fly. So I got this vision, this download. Do you remember the original Superman back in the day, like in the 80s, like the original one? And there were these, I think it was 3 people. I should have Googled it first to get it right. But anyway, I don't like to research stuff until after I post a video. And they're like, oh, let me go look at it and see if I was on target, kind of. Anywho, I think there was 3 people. I can't remember, but I know there was at least 2 or 3 men, but there was a woman too. And they were like these evildoers that were trying to take over the world, right? Superman was like, not on my watch. And so when he banished them, at the end of the movie, he banished them out into the universe, and he banished them and binded them in mirrors. Binded these individuals in mirrors. So that was a vision I got today about someone trying to bind people with mirrors. We know people do mirror magic all the time. And if you're not familiar with it, maybe you should. It's up to you, whatever. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And thank you, crows. So this is maybe a sign for you to make sure you're cleansing your mirrors, not just physically cleansing them, but also with smoke or sigils. I use Florida water. Now I understand, especially at the beginning of my awakening, I barely had a pot to piss in, and I'm not too far from that now. But, so if you can't get Florida water, remember, you are your own fucking magic, okay? So get some spring water, whatever, get some water, and you pray over it. You are a god. You are a goddess, right? Right, chosen? Okay, so you can do that yourself. You can make your own holy water. If your intentions are pure, you leave an open, loving heart for good intent purposes. But, you know, we should be praying over our water anyway. Like, you can do all kinds of amazing manifesting when it comes to the water you drink, you know. But that's a whole nother video. But you can get some water, pray over it, play some something from YouTube that is for protection and healing, love, and energy or whatever. And as you're praying, put your hand over your glass of water or whatever, you know, and pray over it and send the energy to it for healing and protection, and use that to cleanse your mirror. Get some type of smoke to cleanse your mirror. When it gets super hot in your bathroom and your mirror fogs up, put a sigil on it. Something that's for protection for you, whatever it is. I'm just giving a few suggestions because, you know, we are our own magic. And a lot of times, most of the time, all the time, we can find stuff right here in Mother Earth for free if we give an offering and give thanks and ask permission to use also in our practices. But the main thing is that there's people who are trying to bind you using mirrors. People try to bind us doing all kinds of crazy shit. Did I ever share with you guys? I think I did, but it's so funny. So let's laugh together. There was a woman that, when I was in between jobs, would pay me to clean her house, and there was all kind, or just clean everything, and take her places, right? Well, I always found it interesting because I would go there. There was a couple of weeks I went there almost every day, right? And which was very helpful for me financially while I was in between jobs. And I always noticed there was other people's IDs and belongings at her house all the time. That's a whole nother video. So I just can't wrap my mind around that. I have my own thoughts about that because she went out dancing all the time. But anyway, I'm not making accusations. I'm just... Anyway, one day she said, for the first time in a while, you don't need to worry about the kitchen. Don't worry about the kitchen at all. You don't need to go in there. Just focus on the bedroom. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I was getting really thirsty, and I had a water bottle, and I wanted to add some ice to it. So I go in the freezer, And I open up the freezer, and guess who's in there? This gal. Yeah, there was a freezer spell. My name on it. In this woman's freezer. Yeah, that was good times. So people can do all kinds of things to try to bind you, freeze your throat chakra, freeze your mind, or bind you so you're confused, so you don't remember things. So be very, and it's always the people closest to us usually. And they will try to, a lot of people know this stuff, but for Spirit was just giving me these downloads to remind people, or to say it out loud again, that people will try to put magic on the things that they give you. Obviously, we know about the food, right? That's why I don't eat people. You gotta be careful. I always ask people, were you happy when you made this? Because I could taste the energy, right? And I've been poisoned so many times. There's no fear there because I'm like, I survived that, so here we are. But, they give you presents and stuff. They'll try to put curses on it. A lot of people know that. And that was almost the blessing in disguise when I was illegally evicted. Because even though I had a few friends that were letting me store a few things at their house, as I was going through the stuff I wanted to keep, I made sure anybody from my past, especially that group I used to be a part of, I threw all that shit away. I didn't care who it was. I don't care what value it was. And I'm not regifting or donating jewelry or items, even though it would be nice for somebody else, because I already knew they were cursed. I already knew there was spell work put on those items, and I don't want to put that out to anybody else, even though it was intended for me. I don't take any chances when it comes to that. I'm responsible with my energy and how my energy and what I give out into the earth, into the world, affects other people. And so Spirit is saying, be very mindful. And you can do cleansing rituals. And so that was the biggest message I was getting, is be very aware of things that are attached to what's given to you. And so that's all I wanted to say for that, because we have some other stuff we got to get into today. So I hope you're healthy and happy. Oh, that's beautiful. We're about to go into the part of the woods where was in my shamanic journey. Because it was so intense yesterday, I just want to absorb it. So anyway, I hope all of you are healthy and happy, full of joy. May you love and be loved. Heal. Don't harm. Have an amazing rest of the day.